Well, hello, welcome to another Mega Minute with Pastor Tommy. Today we're going to be talking about Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through 9. It's the very first mega song that we did. I think it's a special one because it's one that every Jewish child had to memorize. And they had to say it at night, and they say it in the morning. It's known as the Shema prayer. From Deuteronomy chapter 6, it says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God. The Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be upon your hearts. Impress them upon your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates." Maybe you've heard the saying that there are two sides to every coin. Now this coin is kind of special to me because I got this coin from my son's college, and it reminds me to pray for them every time there's chapel. So if you can see, this coin has heads. Let's say that side's heads, and of course that side's tails. So it has two sides, and if we flip it over, it is, wait a minute, it's still heads. Let's try that again. So if it's heads and I flip it over, it's still heads. Well, it does have two sides. You see, it does have a heads and a tails. It kind of reminds me of this passage because the word Shema has two sides. One side means listen. The other side means obey. And you really can't do one without the other. So basically, when you hear this command, you have to listen and obey. So when it says hear, that's the word Shema. It really means to stop and listen because something important is coming. And that something that is important is the fact that there is only one God. And that's who they worship. And that's who we worship today, is the one God, the God of Israel and now the God of the world, who's created us and loved us. And we are to love Him with everything that we have. So next time you see a big coin that maybe has two sides, I want you to think of that word Shema that has two sides. Listen and obey. And let's do our best to memorize this passage and to live it out as we follow God ourselves. Thanks again for joining us for another Mega Minute. I hope you enjoy memorizing this passage.